Howdy folks, this is Checkers back again with another episode of our Mellow Skyrim Let's Play, this time episode 35, which sees us starting out, well, basically right where we left off, outside of Snowvale Sanctum, and there is Carlia, who has informed us that we now need to go get the former Thieves Guild Master, Gallus. We need to get his journal translated over at Winterhold. So, let's take a look at our map. Looks like we can make a straight shot maybe from here, so why don't we give that a whirl, get our bow out and drop into stealth, and there is, I think, the Mage College of Winterhold in the distance. So let's strike out in that direction and see what we find. And I guess we could play around with the Mages Guild ourselves. I see you somewhere out there, just not exactly sure where. Okay, we need to heal, because that thing is going to eat us alive. What do we got here? Potion of healing, ×2. Let's use those. Okay. Well, that wasn't so easy, now was it? Search pile, Ice Wraith Essence, and Ice Wraith Teeth. And another iron arrow. And I guess we can practice some restoration magic as we ponder our trip to the Mages College. And then go back to our lovely elven bow. Okay. Sneak increased to 68, which means there is something else around here. Not sure what or where. Oh! Hi! Time to run. Time to run. Yep, it's definitely time to run and find cover from Mr. Dragon. Not sure what you're shooting at, but it's not me, so I'll just stay here and shoot at you. Okay. Not sure what he was fighting with, but happy it wasn't me for a moment. He's still on about something. Dude, are you trying to off goats with dragon fire? Dragons are really bored. Critical strike. I wonder if I was even hitting him at all, or if the arrows were just bouncing into that structure because the hole wasn't actually there. Oh, it's an Ice Wraith. It is an Ice Wraith. No, it's more than one Ice Wraith is what it is. Okay, I think we need to shoot that arrow into the middle of nowhere and get out our glass sword. That's one Ice Wraith down. Oh, hey, guess what I have in my other hand, Mr. Ice Wraith? You like fire, right? I figured you might. Ice Wraith Essence and Ice Wraith Teeth. We'll grab all of that. And we have another dragon down. And somewhere there's probably an Ice Wraith down in this. Ice Wraith Essence and Ice Wraith Teeth. Outstanding. And a dragon. 3 dragon bones, 3 dragon scales, and 185 gold, 2 iron arrows, steel armor of minor destruction, which would be lovely, but we can't carry nearly that much weight. Although, maybe, if we come over to apparel and hide boots of hauling, $35. Just barely. Okay. Well, in this event, let's go back to our bow, our lovely elven bow, and go back into stealth, and continue on towards Winterhold. And if we make it to Winterhold, we'll get the fast travel point, head back to breeze home, drop off the dragon bones, and come right on back. And it looks like there's even more stuff out here. If we're close enough to whatever this is, we should probably grab the point, just because probably won't wander out here a whole lot in the future. Never know, but if there's a nearby point, I always do try and grab it. Makes fast travel that much easier. Journeyman's Nook discovered. Okay, well, let's take... You don't appear to be friendly. I hope, for your sake, I'm wrong, because if you're...
Never should have come here.
Okay, Mr. Bandit Thug. Oh, did that go right in your head? Oh, he got me that time. Ah. An arrow fight with a bandit thug. Okay. Oh, is that so? Let me guess. Mercy? Okay, what on earth? Why am I not hitting you? That's much better. 12 steel arrows, 2 golds, a lockpick. And I don't want the rest of your stuff. I don't think I'll get all my arrows back, but I'll get that steel arrow. And let's see what's in here. Shall we? A coin purse. Leg of roast goat. And that was kind of the quest did something sound. Knapsack. Mystery of Talara. Potion of Plentiful Healing. Treasure Map 2. Gold necklace. Quill and roll of paper. Some bread. Borvir. Wow, I don't know who Borvir is, but he's riddled with arrows. Grab some blue mage robes. Oh, yeah, right. Overweight. That's, yeah, there's that. Apparel. Well, I guess we'll drop the blue mage robes. Oh, let's read the Herbalist Guide. Get some alchemy up to 22, and there is all this other stuff, but I can't really take any of it because I don't have the weight to carry it. So, well, we found a spot, and it should at least make for a nice fast travel point, should we need to come back out this way. And it looks like the sun is setting, and we are definitely closer to the Mage's College and Winterhold. And there are some goats. More ice wraiths down there. Just a nice walk in the snow now. Sneak up on the goats? Not entirely. But got pretty close. Here is a camp of some sort. Oh, well, this camper didn't make it. Search skeleton, 7 gold. And let's see, we have a strong box with an adept lock. That sounds like combat music. So there may very well be something after me as soon as I manage to pop this lock. I hope it's patient. Okay, oh, 11 gold and a ruby, and what got me? A wolf? Let me make you regret your decision there, Mr. Wolf. And you as well. Okay, and let's check our magic effects, because each creature can give you disease. So, wolf, nothing but a pelt. And you, 2 iron arrows and a nice ice wolf pelt, but you can keep that, and why don't you just go on down there? Okay. And you probably want to join your friend, so down you go. Yeah, they got the goats too. Sorry, goats. Okay. That's quite a path down. Looks like a barrow arch there. And I think that is the shrine to Azura. Right there. Oh, rock. Oh, and a cave bear. Oh. Let's see if we can't get a few cheap shots in while he's hunting goat. Cancel the arrow. And now you're on about those arrows, huh? Okay, well, you know. There's some walls. They're not really going to help me. Yep. Mr. Bear. Yep, sure. Come on, Mr. Bow, shoot. Oh, I got a hit in. Who is that? Well, if I'm lucky, they're not Thalmor. Stendar? Yeah, Vigilance of Stendar. Okay. Cave Bear, Iron Arrow, Cave Bear Pelt. Oh, why not? No, because we're carrying too much. That's why not. Miscellaneous Cave Bear Pelt. You can have your pelt back, Mr. Cave Bear. Hello.
The suffering the Daedra cause will not go unpunished.
Well, okay then. Thanks for helping me with the bear, though. You kids have a nice day.
Stendar's mercy be upon you, for the
You-
vessel has none to spare.
You sound incredibly merciful. Yep, you sure do. You kids are probably really awesome at a party. Alright, back into stealth. And once more unto the Mage's College. Hey, snowfall. Awesome. Maybe they're on about the shrine up there. If so, I don't think it's going to do them much good. And we've made it all the way back to the poor goat that was done in by the bear. And now, well, we can actually see the Mage's College fairly well. And there is Winterhold. There's even actually something of a road here. Okay. Looks like some town folk. And more snow. Snow and rain. Khajiit happy. Well, not rain right now, but Khajiit is happy in snow and rain. Khajiit not sure which better. Khajiit like both. Warm sand's good too, but stuff. Okay, we apparently need to go into this structure, which is the Frozen Hearth. Let's put the bow down, drop out of stealth.
To the inn for a drink, of course. Where else could I even go in this god's forsaken town?
And what? You think that will solve all your problems?
Probably not, but it's worth a try.
Domestic bliss here in Winterhold. Alright. Back into the Frozen Hearth, or, well, into it for the first time.
I'm sorry, could you describe the smell?
Like some horrible monster was turned inside out and then
The
exploded.
mages don't let us go into
What
college.
did you do?
They said it's not
It was a
safe in
minor
there.
miscalculation. I've already corrected it for future experiments.
This is why people have a problem with your college.
Just
now.
say the word if you need a drink or something to eat.
Aster says his pa says the college makes lots of bad things happen. But the mages I've seen look nice.
Okay, so we need somebody named Enthir. Aha!
Yes, what is
Oh!
it?
Enthir! We've never
I
met.
understand Irid's been playing Hunt the Elf again.
Oh. Hey, wait,
Can
dude.
I help you with anything else?
I don't want
I've been sent by Carlia.
Carlia? Then she's finally found it. Do you have Gallus's journal?
Yes, but there's a problem.
Problem? Let me see it. Oh, this is just like Gallus. A dear friend, but always too clever for his own good. He's written all of the text in the Falmer language.
Okay, well, if you're not going to play the Whisper game, dude, I'm totally out of this whole covert thing. Can you translate it?
No. However, I know someone who might. The court wizard of Markarth, Calselmo, may have the materials you need to get this journal translated. Word of warning. Calselmo is a fierce guardian of his research. Getting the information won't be easy.
Well, as long as I don't have to go to the other side of the country. Why did Gallus scribe his journal in Falmer?
Besides the fact that there are only a handful of people in Tamriel that even recognize the language,
Because I'd rather be here
I'm
trying to
fairly
find
certain
your
he
brother
was
from
planning
Khajiit.
some sort of a heist that involved a deep understanding of the Falmer language. Sadly, we never had the opportunity to speak about the details.
Where did he acquire the knowledge to use it?
Ironically, I pointed him in the same direction I pointed you, to Markarth and Calselmo. I'm only hoping whatever means he used to learn the language will still be available to you.
What can you tell me about Gallus?
He was a dear friend of mine, and a surprisingly astute pupil of academia. I was devastated when he was killed. I suppose that risk always coexisted with his line of work. I just never thought his luck would run out.
He was an academic, yet he chose a different path. Why?
For the thrill, of course. He was quite clear that he felt more in his element climbing through a window rather than hunched over a dusty tome.
How did you meet him?
Ah, yes, quite an amusing anecdote, actually. I caught him trying to break into my laboratory. I was about to show him the error of his ways when he made a curiously astute comment about my research notes. I was astounded, and in turn it led to a conversation. Who would have imagined it would lead to such a strong friendship?
That is actually a nice story. What exactly is a Falmer?
In the time before man, they were known as the Snow Elves. They lived in the sunlight and had a very prosperous society.
So they were like your kind.
Like the Altmer? Yes, I would say their culture quite possibly rivaled our own.
What drove them
The
underground?
Nords went to war with the Falmer in the First Era. Killed them by the thousands to drive them from their snowy homeland. The Falmer retreated underground and forged an uneasy alliance with the dwarves who ended up betraying them. This betrayal made them what they are now. Horrible, blind monstrosities with a burning hatred of any but their own kind.
You appear to despise them.
Why shouldn't I? The Falmer have killed more than a fair share of my acquaintances. They're animals. They show absolutely no pity or remorse. If you wish to learn more about them, you're welcome to my tome on the subject. Should be on my table.
Okay, well, thanks.
Calselmo is stubborn as a mule. Be careful when you speak to him.
Where's your table? I'll take your book, but not there. Not there.
The mages don't let us go into college. They said it's
Words
not
of
safe.
clan mother Anisi? This is Khajiit. Although that's quite tempting to take, too. This must be his table. But seriously, that's Khajiit, right? Anisi tells you, you are no longer a mewling kitten, and you have learned to keep secrets from Anisi, and so Anisi tells you. In the beginning there were 2 littermates, Anur and Fadomai. After many phases, Fadomai said to Anur, let us wed and make children to share our happiness. And they gave birth to Alkosh, the first cat. And Anur said, Alkosh, we give you time, for what is as fast or as slow as a cat? And they gave birth to Kenarthi, the winds. Kenarthi, to you we give the sky, for what can fly higher than the wind? And they gave birth to Magrus, the cat's eye. Magrus, to you we give the sun, for what is brighter than the eye of a cat? And they gave birth to Mara, the mother cat. Mara, you are love, for what is more loving than a mother? And they gave birth to Srendar, the runt. Srendar, we give you mercy, for how does a runt survive except by mercy? And many phases passed, and Anur and Fadomai were happy. And Anur said, we should have more children to share our happiness. And Fadomai agreed. And she gave birth to Hemora. And she gave birth to Hircine. And she gave birth to Meruns, and Mephala, and Sanguine, and Shegarath, and many others. And Fadomai said, Hemora, you are the tides, for who can say whether the moons predict the tides or the tides predict the moons? Hircine, you are the hungry cat, for what hunts better than a cat with an empty belly? Meruns, you are the Khajiit, for what is more destructive than a kitten? Mfafala, you are clan mother, for what is more secretive than the ways of the clan mothers? Sanguine, you are the blood cat, for who can control the urges of blood? Shegarath, you are the skooma cat, for what is crazier than a cat on skooma? And Anur said, 2 litters is enough, for too many children will steal our happiness. But Kenarthi went to Fadomai and said, Fadomai mother, Kenarthi grows lonely so high above the world where not even my brother Alkosh can fly. Fadomai took pity on her and tricked Anur to make her pregnant again. And Fadomai gave birth to the moons and their motions. And she gave birth to Nirni, the majestic sands and lush forests. And she gave birth to Azura, the dusk and the dawn. And from the beginning Nirni and Azura fought for their mother's favor. Anur caught Fadomai while she was still birthing, and he was angry. Anur struck Fadomai, and she fled to birth the last of her litter far away in the great darkness. Fadomai's children heard what happened, and they all came to be with her and protect her from Anur's anger. And Fadomai gave birth to Lorkaj, the last of her litter in the great darkness. And the heart of Lorkaj was filled with the great darkness, and when he was born the great darkness knew its name, and it was Namira. And Fadomai knew her time was near. Fadomai said, Chakajai, to you Fadomai gives the lattice, for what is steadier than the phases of the moons? Your eternal motions will protect us from Anur's anger, and the moons left to take their place in the heavens. And Anur growled and shook the great darkness, but he could not cross the lattice. And Fadomai said, Nirni, to you Fadomai leaves her greatest gift. You will give birth to many people as Fadomai gave birth today. When Nirni saw that Azura had nothing, Nirni left smiling. And all Fadomai's children left except Azura. And Fadomai said, to you, my favored daughter, Fadomai leaves her greatest gift. To you Fadomai leaves her secrets. And Fadomai told her favorite daughter 3 things. And Fadomai said, when Nirni is filled with her children, take one of them and change them. Make the fastest, cleverest, most beautiful people, and call them Khajiit. And Fadomai said, the Khajiit must be the best climbers, for if Masser and Secunda fall, they must climb Kenarthi's breath to set the moons back in their courses. And Fadomai said, the Khajiit must be the best deceivers, for they must always hide their nature from the children of Anur. and Fadomai said the Khajiit must be the best survivors, for Nirni will be jealous, and she will make the sands harsh and the forests unforgiving, and the Khajiit will always be hungry and at war with Nirni. And with these words, Fadomai died. After many phases, Nirni came to Lorkhaj and said, Lorkhaj, Fadomai told me to give birth to many children, but there is no place for them. And Lorkhaj said, Lorkhaj makes a place for children, and Lorkhaj puts you there so you can give birth. But the heart of Lorkhaj was filled with a great darkness. And Lorkhaj tricked his siblings so that they were forced into this new place with Nirni. And many of Fadomai's children escaped and became the stars, and many of Fadomai's children died to make Nirni's path stable, and the survivors stayed and punished Lorkhaj. The children of Fadomai tore out the heart of Lorkhaj and hid it deep within Nirni, and they said, We curse you, noisy Lorkhaj, to walk Nirni for many phases. But Nirni soon forgave Lorkhaj, for Nirni could make children, and she filled herself with children, but cried because her favorite children, the forest people, did not know their shape. And Azura came to her and said, Poor Nirni, stop your tears. Azura makes for you a gift of a new people. Nirni stopped weeping, and Azura spoke the first secret to the moons, and they parted and let Azura pass. And Azura took some forest people who were torn between man and beast, and she placed them in the best deserts and forests on Nirni. And Azura in her wisdom made them of many shapes, one for every purpose, and Azura named them Khajiit, and told them her second secret, and taught them the value of secrets. And Azura bound the new Khajiit to the lunar lattice, as is proper for Nirni's secret defenders. Then Azura spoke the third secret, and the moons shone down on the marshes, and their light became sugar. And Ymir heard the first secret, and snuck behind Azura, and Ymir could not appreciate secrets, and he told Nirni of Azura's tricks. So Nirni made the deserts hot and the sands biting, and Nirni made the forests wet and filled with poisons. And Nirni thanked Ymir and let him change the forest people also, and Ymir did not have Azura's subtle wisdom. So Ymir made the forest people elves always, and never beasts. And Ymir named them Bosmer, and from that moment they were no longer in the same litter as the Khajiit. And because Ymir had no appreciation for secrets, he shouted the first secret all across the heavens with his last breath, so that all of Fadomai's children could cross the lattice. But Azura, in her wisdom, closed the ears of angry Hanur and noisy Lorkhaj, so they alone did not hear the word. Okay. Well, those are the words of Clan Mother Anisi, and I'm not entirely sure if that had anything to do with the Snow Elves, but it had something to do with Khajiit, and I love the Khajiit, so there we are. And, well, that's the only book I see there. And we are just about at time, so I think I'm going to stop this episode here in the inn, where we can stay warm by the fire despite the cold outside, and we can ponder the story and enjoy each other's company. I would like to remind you that I have a Twitter link in the description of the video and on my channel main page. If you're on mobile, it'll be on my channel about page. Also, if you look in the upper right hand corner, you will see a small letter I with a white circle around it. These are cards and links to other videos that I've made. I would like to thank you for watching. I hope you found the video entertaining and maybe just a little informative. I would like to invite you to subscribe, like, and share if you so desire, and ask you to please take care.